face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smokers in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Times another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe.
Morning all, welcome to Crit Saturdays. So we're in Crit City again, Bell Lap, same as we did last week actually. Shame we haven't changed it up because we do quite like the Dolphin, downtown Dolphin. So Crit City, Bell Lap, anti-clockwise. So out the gate, take a right, the start finish banner. Sharp turnaround left, up the rollers, which are always a bit of a killer. Top of the rollers at the little park, you've got a gentle drag, sort of 1-2% up towards the next corner. Should flatten out to the KOM, and then it's downhill through the cobbles. Couple little curves. Down to the bottom of the circuit, take a right up the hill. Again, not really much into it, maybe 3-4%, but at pace it can be quite a stinger. And then we're into the back end of the circuit. Couple of rights and lefts, and then back round. So laps are pretty quick. You're looking at about a 2-minute lap. So we can hopefully we can get a better result than last week, because we didn't fare very well. We got dropped just in the last lap. We just didn't have it. We rolled across the line. What it looks like on Zwift Power though is we got upgraded throughout the course of the week, as some other people got picked off by having inaccurate power readings. So we ended up 10th. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we actually had a gold, we had first place. So the challenge this week is to make sure that we get higher than 10th. Got 673 riders signed up for this event today. 196 in the ACAT, 171 in the 171 in the Bs, 52 in the Cs, and 152 in the Ds. So popular event, I think maybe with the time change. Certainly I was looking at the A's last night because we've got a couple of PDQ riders in. So Chris McDonald is representing the ACAT today, and he is up against a whole host of Spanish riders. CEZ, I'm not sure what team they are, whether that's a Zwift team, a semi-pro team, I'm not sure. But they seem to be out in force this morning. In the Bs with myself is Jason. Shout out to Jason, and also Lee is signed up. I'm not sure if he's in the event or not yet, but certainly another 2 PDQ riders. Jason, obviously the coach at PDQ. And then in with us we've got a great mixture actually of Europeans. There's quite a few Italians, quite a few Spanish, as you would expect, because they're on full lockdown with the current ongoing situations. There's a few Aussies. Quite late at night for them to be racing. Brits, obviously. Yeah, good turnout this morning. As I say, the challenge is to get top 10. They're a bit noisy today. Right, listen, let's go through a couple of things on screen. I do get asked this quite often, but certainly during a crit race there's not much time for chat. So the main thing to go over, just off centre, little black circle, 1191 MPA. So that comes from Xert. Xert is an online training package that I work with, and it's like any online training system. You've got a calendar, you can plug in your training, you can plug in your events. It covers a whole host of different types of exercises. It obviously only works with power, however, so if you're not training with power, then Xert isn't for you. But if you are, then it's certainly a new way of working. So it continually tracks all of your data. It's a very fluid application. The one big difference is it doesn't work on FTP. It works on threshold power. So it's closely linked to traditional FTP, but they call threshold power. You then also have high intensity energy or efforts, and then you have peak power. So those 3 pillars are what makes up your fitness signature. So today, we should be seeing an increase in high intensity and peak power, because it's a crit race. It's all about short explosive efforts. It's not necessarily going to do anything for our threshold, because we're not doing long sustained efforts. However, we might get a little residual increase if we perform well. And that's the thing, the fitness signature, completely fluid, it's always moving. So the big thing for Xert, no FTP tests. Just ride, just train, just race, and it tells you where it expects you to be. Unlike in previous years where I'll do an FTP test at the start of training, and then maybe every 6 to 8 weeks, or sometimes longer if I'm being a bit lazy, I'll do another test. Using Xert, I don't need to test, it just tells me where I should be, so I can change my training level. So instead of doing a test and like say, right, your threshold's 250, and then you start training, and over the next 8 weeks, in theory, you should be getting stronger and stronger and stronger. But if you've always based your levels off 250, are you actually achieving your best? Use Exert. Say it starts at 250, you do some training, it starts moving up. So you just continue to keep adjusting your levels. So in theory, you're always getting the best out of yourself. And obviously your levels can go up and down depending on how you're training or not. That's the beauty of Exert, it's completely fluid. So that's the main thing, MPA. That comes from those three pillars. And essentially it's my energy reserve. So in this race, as in any Zwift race, hard and fast out the gate. See the power graph down the bottom when it comes on screen from Zwift. There'll be lots of orange, maybe a little bit of red, and that's the effort that's getting put out round about or above threshold. Because of that, you'll see the MPA dial come down and you're using up your energy. If we manage to get a race that chills down a little bit, although with only 8 laps it's unlikely, but if the race chills a bit and we get to recover, doing a bit of tempo or maybe sweet spot, that level will slowly creep back up. That's the MPA, that's the main thing to talk about. The other thing for anyone that's new to Zwift, or certainly new to Zwift racing, is just below me, zwiftpower.com. Get yourself over there, register. That's where you'll find results for all races. Never mind the results which are on screen, because they're just across the line. You go to Zwift Power, you'll find out people that might be in their own cats, might be unfortunately having miscalibrated trainers, might not be following the rules that some race organisers set, so you must have a heart rate monitor, for instance. People will get DQ'd or bumped up to another cat. So go to zwiftpower.com and register there, and you'll find all the results for all the main races on Zwift. Speaking of which, we need to just get our Zwift Power open down the bottom here. Race, there we go. Live VCAT. There we go. So now we can see on our screen underneath who's doing what. So 2 minutes to go. Hopefully we've warmed up enough. Although the legs are feeling a little bit heavy. So the last thing I want to mention just very briefly before we start, so the icons down the bottom, so you've got Exert, Smart Training, British Cycling, obviously no, nothing needed for that, but PDQ Cycle Coaching, Jason my coach, based down in Newbury, live for change, thanks Martin, yeah, pdqcyclecoaching.co.uk, go check them out. Right, let's get ready. We've got 46 seconds to go. 143 have made it into the pens for this race. Woo! Okie dokie, let's turn that on. Let's start that. And we'll start that. Here we go. My flyer way off the front. Woo. 28 watts per kilo. Good on you, son. That MPA figure is dangerously low. That's 3 laps done. As expected, the pace is high and the rollers are really knocking the legs into shape. Hence the tiny little micro freewheels. I'm just trying to get micro bits of recovery in there. So that's the issue with racing on Zwift. The legs are always going, whereas out on the road you get to freewheel quite a bit. Okay, here we go, halfway through the race. Whoa, changed gear at the wrong time there. Ow! Big effort to get in there. So, MPA is emptied, it stops at 420, but it's gone down and gone down, and on the Garmin here in front of me is at 288, which means I've got a breakthrough. So I've gone below, or I've gone through my threshold. The MPA starts here, obviously threshold's here, and when they cross, in theory, you work harder than you've got in the tank. So that's what's happened there. Ow! Game over. 29 watts per kilo from Ganesio. Got a laugh when these riders think that's legitimate power. Surely they notice the difference between this and out on the road. So MPA went that deep, it's not coming back up now. Even with me trying to take this last lap easier. Here it comes now. So that was a long recovery period there. Have a look at this. So scratch 31st. Although cat limit is 4. So there's Mackin, Aracel, Macereto, Pratt, Bujero, Kabija. All above 4. And then let's have a laugh at the winner. Well, it looks like he didn't finish actually, that big massive flyer. But there, that's over, that's over, that's over, that's over, that's over, that's over, that's way over, that's way over. So lots of riders over. Let's see where Jason ended up. Jason's in 60th. Don't remember passing Jason. We'll have a chat obviously afterwards. Anyway, let's go back to A. So A. Ooh, Steve Young from Canyon. Not surprising that he came second there. Vernon, good effort. Chris in 25th, well done Chris. Great effort. Great effort. There's that, so 31st. We'll take that, stay here. Oh man, no legs, says Jason. I know the feeling. I know the feeling, Jason, that was tough. Another fast effort. I have to get up even earlier and do a proper warm-up and breakfast rather than grabbing it all in the last 45 minutes. Anyway, Jason, Martin, thanks for your comments. Always good to ride with other people. As I've said in all the streams recently, a lot more streaming because of what's going on outside. So at the moment it's Tuesdays, Thursdays evenings, Saturday mornings. Saturday morning I'm always going to try and do a crit race, which sets me up for a nice longer endurance later on today, whether that's here on Zwift, Road Grand Tours, or fingers crossed out on the road today for a little spin round the house. But anyway, thanks for joining in. It's always appreciated. Tough times. Tough times. Whew. Anyway, as I say, thanks for watching, thanks for joining in. Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, whichever one you fancy. Get liking, subscribing, following, whatever it is, so you know when the streams are going live. Make sure you're using the notification bells. Fridays, vlogs on the YouTube channel. Links are all down below and in the description. Care of each other. Keep those hands clean. Stay inside if you can. It's going to make a big difference. Take care of yourselves and each other. Right on.